Good morning to all the cricketers and the cricket lovers. You know what time it is, the final big show time. We're coming live here from right in the lap of the city, the home of very favorite cricketers, one champion ground. And we've got the star-studded finalist teams here. Wins Cricket Club going against Shakthi Engineering. What a day it is. We've had some drizzles, but all clear. The answers, the players' answers have been taken by the rain gods, and we are going to have a cracker of a game. We're all set. The umpire is always ready and just awaiting the dynamic duo of the Winds Cricket Club. A comprehensive victory for Shakthi Engineering in the previous game. But the good thing about any cricket game or any game which starts is that it starts always from the beginning. You get back to the same mark where you have started. So a day is an opportunity for any individual to prove themselves. The toss would have been crucial for both of the teams. Shakthi Engineering winning and electing to bowl first, the captain confident. You might see the conventional, very conventional field in the power play.
చెప్పాను వినిపించలే
Batsman on strike Manish, non-striker Saif, bowler Murali.
The opening pair on the non-strikers end we've got Saif.
స్ట్రైకర్ నా టాస్ డిఫరెంట్ అప్డేట్ ఇచ్చాను నాకు పాలకొట్టారు టాస్
Mully's got a ball in his hand and he is ready to rev. The very first ball of the finals. He's got a slip in position. He's taken a square leg and the sweeper covers. We might expect some seam. The very notorious surface. We had seen spinners getting some decent bounce. And the very third game. That's a sign that how good of a wicket this is. In some live grass. We've seen a lot of runs come from
వాడని ఒకసారి అప్డేట్ టాస్ అప్డేట్
partnership is going to be absolutely crucial. The openers would like to give a favorable start for the batting team. Way too wide, but the in-swinger, which is brought back in, has done the trick. Excellent line from Murali. Testing times, they've got that sweeper covers for that shot coming from Manish. Uses his speed, has gone up. Would there be a chance running backward and he spilled that? Not easy, never easy for you to run behind, sticking your head up and taking that catch. Living off the edge.
Score 5.
5 of the very first over, a decent start. You're going to see a comrade alongside Murli, Harshavardhan. Very composed side, Shakthi Engineering. We've got right armers, left armers, and spinners. The previous game, they had a very expansive victory of 42 runs. Especially, the captain would be very happy, delighted with the efforts of the lower order batters. There's that shot. Saif starts with a humongous one. There you go. It wouldn't have mattered if it was power play, not a power play. The only job of the fielder was to fetch the ball outside the boundary rope. Was shot, got into position early, did not lose his shape and knew what he was going to do. Going to be the man. They would like to keep the innings privy from Saif before he starts clicking. It's just one shot and early predictions to make. Please, the team would want to score 50 runs off the power play. We've seen the revolution of T20 cricket, how it's become in the favor of batters, especially on a track like this. It's aiding the performing player. Slaps hard. The fingers might be tingling and a misfield here. Would not be expecting early on in a game, but Saif collects a boundary after the last 6. His confidence is beginning to rise. A very confident lad. He's got that strong swing of the bat. Taking a fielder back, but the sweeper in. Seen a little field change. With a deep square leg coming in. Active captaincy from the captain, knowing what the batter is able to do. A good comeback from Harsha after being taken for a 6 and a 4. The left armer knows his line, tried something fancy. First he got back of the length and then in the slot where he swatched in as a tennis shot. Cross batted back to the bowler. He's done well to stop. Not easy, especially when you know there's a power hitter like this. And the ball is going to come back at you. Swing and a miss. They push back the long off and long on. And that ends the over. A fruitful over for the batting side.
Runs. Got a bit of hiatus before the ball's changed. The question lingers for me is that how the umpires has been checking the bat in IPL. Would we be seeing just to maintain the standards in local leagues too? Would be a hectic job for the umpires just for the players to abide to the rules. Was an air for a bit. The fielders might have seen as an opportunity, but a toughie for the bowler from his follow through to pick it up. Followed him excellently. Followed the batter excellently, knowing he wanted to create some room for himself. Outside of a slap again from Saif. One bounce and a four. The only disappointment about the shot is that he would have expected it to go for half a dozen. That's a full toss. Could have hit anywhere, but straight to the fielder at long gone. That's the downside with Sev. Having those half volleys, the bowler would be expecting some swing. So it's going to get very difficult for the bowler to not miss that 6 to 8 meters mark, especially bowling to a battle like that. Was going to go, rock back, keep his firm base, and back up his power hitting abilities. And that's a swing coming back sharply. Still Shakthi engineering in the hunt of their first wicket. Would it be Murli who would be able to get them the breakthrough? Ah, that's belted. That's absolutely belted on the leg side. Didn't have to move an inch. Was there on the platter to be hit. Has been severed by Manish Gilada. Back of the land. Way lot of time for the batter to play his desired shot. Just that body movement where he put into that shot, giving extra miles. If this is how it's going to be an added cost for the tournament organizers. We're just losing the balls, but the power hitting is not every day that you see. "27 after 3 overs. This is where the game's going to make or break, where the team start firing, the other team starts to lose their shape. Essential that they stick to the basics. We see some medium pace. Back of the length, back to the bowler. It gets difficult, especially giving some time. There's one batter you'll have to make adjustment, especially like Saif, if you're giving him that room, a little bit of length, if you're taking it a bit backward, then he's coming down at you, slogging, and then you've got Manish on the other side. Half volleys going there. That's been served up at the platter, so tricky situation for the bowler. But as a bowler, he'll have to back his abilities and try and experiment to know what's working. Much better following his body line, cramping him up. This is where the players rise to occasion, and the captain would be looking at his bowlers and saying, would this be the day, would any of you coming up raising their hand saying that I am going to deliver to the team and be lifting the silverware? Short ball, was nowhere in control of the shot. Bowler might have expected a bit more support. Might be harsh on the fielders, but a little early start seeing the ball and one shot. That's bizarre and outrageous for the captain of the batting side, seeing players run two but just getting one. That's hurting. That's cracker. Good change of pace. Good change of pace, and he's beaten the batter. And who would the captain look at from the bowling side, if not this man, Harshad, who's taken 4 wickets in the last game yesterday with some mind-boggling figures with an economy of just 5.70 against the team who perform here. Only quality teams who come. Much better at mid-off. And this goes, and the conversation will be continued after this over. Four overs, no wickets down, and the score is 33. The captain still backing his striking bowler Murli. Sounded good, and the results are going to be equally good, and the fielder will have to just give up the chase where the ball meets the boundary. The love affair of Saif and the boundaries never end here. I beg your pardon, that was Manish. Ah, you beauty of a shot that is. Collect half a dozen more. What a lovely full shot that is. And that was a response to me from Manish saying that it's just as unsafe who's hitting boundaries here. What an easy timer of the ball. And looks like the keeper has dropped. A healthy outside edge. And the bowler put it there for the batter to trouble it. And disappointment. Especially when the batters are looking in good nick. So it's crucial, the timing becomes. When we saw that shot from Manish, how easy he was on that pull on the eyes, the people would think that his power hitting, his muscles might have held the ball, but it was absolute timing. Skied high, somebody, anybody coming under the ball, and a drop again. That's horrendous turning of events for Shakthi Engineering. They would not have expected that. Just watching the IPL game, they had a question with one of the very cliche phases where the class is permanent, the form is temporary, or the catch is winning matches. And it was no surprise how many people voted for either of the phases. Dances down the surface, and there's a question from the batter. And 68% of the people still voted for the very phrase catches winning matches. Fielding is that ground that is equal for any team. That's where you can make a difference. The batter might be able to score you runs, the bowler picking you up wickets, but the groundwork, that's way too wide, and a no ball off the surface. And the sign of free hit for the batter. Cherry on top. In power play, to have a free hit, he's got the license without worrying for his wicket. Can go anywhere. He smacked that hard and he's found the gap. The fielder will have to give up the chase because the ball's got to the boundary before him. 4 excellent runs here. No timer, and the 50 comes up in 5 overs, going strong at the moment here. Wins Cricket Club is determined to win. One more over before the power play ends. Probably the field would go widespread. But can the hammering be stopped in this over? They're going 10 and over. We've seen a couple of chances here being dropped. 3 chances, in fact, in the power play. That would have been 3 wickets. These batters will make you pay a hefty price. And again, the difficulties have come when the bowlers have followed the batter, bowling against their body. And that very keeper's catch drop we saw outside of. There it is, cramping. Now this is the time where it shows the uniformity of the team, especially the team spirit, how well they are cohesive, they're gelling, backing each other, because we know that the batters are doing well, but this is the time when the bowlers know that can't do much. It's just that he's played a better shot. Always team spirit helps the bowler. Much better energy from the field. That's well needed there for the 4-wicket hauler from yesterday's game. Just a bit of push that the fielders give the bowler, where I can see a fielder coming on from the short mid-off, saying he's doing excellently well. Clears his head, saying that, okay, I'm doing the right thing. Change of pace. And they wouldn't mind 1s and 2s. At the moment, it's just the boundaries that might be able to hit. On the other side for the batting team, they'll have to respect a good ball. And then just stick on with the singles, keeping that momentum going, that tempo. They are in a very good position here, commanding position, the batting team. It's going to be the cool-headed battle who takes the lead. Especially when you know that bowler is bowling exactly to his plan, making changes, and the batting. They'll have to gauge. He slapped that. Yes and a no. Maybe an opportunity. And he's gone. Very lousy. That's needed. For a moment, I thought that the bowler might have also given up, and an unnecessary wicket thrown away by Saif, who was looking. Oh dear. We spoke about this fact that how the field makes a difference, and this is evident. This is the result that the team has seen with the effort they've put on field. Absolutely shambolic. "51. Fielder name, please. Fielder name. And Vivek Nandigam. And nobody to blame except for the batter himself. Now this will blow some life in the fielding, in the energy of Shakthi Engineering. Siddharth Daga walks in the middle. Keeping 2 more balls to spare before the power play ends. I reflect again how Harshit was outside, not at the stumps. If Saif was only a bit quicker, or if he might have dived, might have saved him. But again, that gives me a point to talk about how crucial it is to be at the stumps, backing, having that backup ready. Slow one, excellent slow one. The batter could not read it. Opportunity ajar for the Shakthi Engineering team here. 1 wicket. They look to creep back in the game. Short ball. He's mixing up line and length, pace changing. And we see back up here, the team is starting to get started. End of the over, 1 wicket down from that fielding effort. And the score is 52 after 6 overs. That ends the power play. Field is widespread. The power play is done. 52 is what Wins Club is at. They've got enough batting. Wickets are going to be critical. The keeper's missed it. It's just not the batter. Even the keeper will come back for 2, will be buys. That's peppered down the leg side. We'll have to see. And yes, there was bat involved, says umpire. And 4 runs for Manish Gilada. Action resembling to Bumrah. A very uncanny action from Vivek Nandu. Not usually that you see. There's always a chance that the ball will angle leg side and the in-swinger coming back at you. Dances down, trying to cut that swing. The best bowling figures for Vivek is 5 wickets for 11 runs, averaging of 6. Ah, that's sailing away for 6 runs. He's taken that, whiffed away. We need new balls. Tad bit full for Manish to get into position. And there it is. We had seen a bit of halt in boundaries after that wicket, and Manish says, I'm going to take the charge. Ten already. With 2 balls to spare. That smashed into the leg. Skied high. Catches will only be taken by the spectators here. 6 runs. Is looking in solid touch, Manish Gilada. The bowling will be continued by Vivek duos. How easy on your eyes you'd see Manish playing, not over-hitting the ball. So stroking it where when he sees the ball in his slot, nothing too ugly we have seen going against playing any ugly shots. Gets off the strike after a boundary. And Vivek Nandigaon, he was able to contribute with his fielding effort. It's his effort. The team has a wicket on their name. Nicely played by Siddharth. Knows that Manish is doing the job, and his job is to give him strike back. That requires maturity, great sense of cricket, to know what your batter is doing, who's been the aggressor, where he can establish himself at the moment and then take on. Could not time it. Will the fielders be able to cut it in time? Yes, they do. And that'll be a wide. I was just seeing head to head. The stats, she has won a game against wins. Nicely looped. Very brave, I would say that from Vivek, the previous ball before the over concluded, giving enough flight. And after the over, we are at 76, 8 done. It was just a question for me that I hadn't seen spin before this over, and I started to wonder would the captain would be considering spin as an option. $76. Chinmay is going to be the new bowler. Trying to sail against the tide. Half tracker. That's half tracker. Was there to be punished there. Didn't have to move a bit. And excellent pickings from Siddharth. Over the head, that's been hit like a tracer bullet. He's seeing the ball well. Is what I meant. Sailing against the tide is not going to be easy for Chinmay, but he'll have to try. He's looping the ball. Good flight given. Good flight this time. Still brave effort. You'll have to laud that he's trying to make an opportunity. Usually you'd see that one was half tracker. Immediately he changed the line, seeing that Siddharth was able to do good. Batting at 180 strike rate, Manish Gilada. Straight there. Cries of catches. Cries of catches. And that's a 6. And a 50 comes up in style for the rock star, who's been the rock solid effort for the team. 5 sixes in the very short span. And he's taking the game away. And cleaned up after the 50. Got a bit enthusiastic. And 91. The captain wouldn't mind, I reckon, Chinmay going for 15 because he's got the wicket of the danger man who was looking dreadful for the team. And it's going to be the left-hander and the right-hander is going to be a cause of pain. With the field adjustments and the fielding will have to be on their toes, making quick adjustments. And the bowler especially, different line, different angles using against the left arm, left-hander. Wait, and the over ends with a dot. 15 of the over. I'd say despite having 15, they got hold of the performing batter, Manish Gilada. Departed after making 50 on a strike rate of 196. "91 after 9 overs, 2 wickets down. Cleaned up. And there's Vivek Nandu striking. Not too long before a wicket leading to another one. There's quick succession. 2 wickets resulting in quick succession. Excellent line from Vivek. And there's the gateway opened by Chinmay. And thanks to Vivek, who does the rest in the next over. No better side for a fast bowler when the stump is uprooted. Those blissful signs. We'll have a drinks break, and then we'll be back after the short break, where the teams will be continuing to duel for the silverware. The confidence will be soaring high, but not an easy task against this versatile man who's got tons of experience, tons of runs under his belt. Ram Patil against Vivek, who's played some magnificent cricket over the years. Straight away opens his account with the gentle push. An uphill task, especially when this man is against you. Also, we've seen how well Manish was able to give the platform, that start to the team. Not long before the wicket fell, a run out, and then he still kept going. He's got some support from Siddharth, and then Vivek had done the rest. Guides it deliberately. Excellent soft hands here. You see the deliberation. Knew where the fielder is exactly placed. played that shot late between those fielders, bisecting the gap. Ah, he beats him. Not very often you see. Beats him outside the off stump. Excellent ball to finish the over. 101. Goes for innovation. That's a poor effort. The keeper tried, thinking that the batter would be able to pick it up, but it's just skipped everybody. 4 byes run. Turned away for 1. These extras usually prove out to be costly, especially in a final game. Tries reverse. Now, this is going to be essential because the innings is where you're going to turn your innings and the direction you want to go, the total you'd want to build upon. Because usually we see that the power play has he picked the gap? Has he picked the gap? Yes, it has. Ram Patil does pick the gap and starts with the boundary. His day. 112. An easy single, putting some pressure on the fielder. We're talking about building the innings. This is the phase where the innings and the teams falter, having a great start, but then usually end up losing wickets. Especially this partnership with left-hander is going to be bothersome. Goes long, goes big, and yes, he has got the maximum. And we were talking about how good Manish is. This man is absolutely textbook. Very smooth, nonchalant player, calm. Slapped away. Looks like he's going to pick the gap again. Will the fielder be chasing high? He's teasing the fielder. Pulls back. One with his pressing his front foot has got that six, and now he rocks back. How quickly. Game of nuance. Not too short there. You'll have to commend the ability of the batter to pick that one. He knew where he could take the gap, knowing that vacant region. Go straight away. Will remain happy with one. Shakthi Engineering and Winds Cricket Club at the bottom of the berth of the table. Wouldn't mind. All the sins are going to get washed away. Was a cry of catch. I wonder what has just happened here. Telling this is the side from the pavilions. Yes, no, would have been at the keeper's end. The question. $15 of the over. Sweeps. A good effort there in the deep. Good effort. Excellent. He stopped 3 runs. He saved it for his team. He can be proud of saving that effort. Had timed it well, connected it well, was running away. Cries of catches. Need the team they are way better than this in the field, the Shakthi engineering, especially because they've shown their ordinary side. Goes for reverse, falls a bit short. And the field is giving right type of support. That effort when Ram Patil had a sweep out was terrific. Tries to sweep, get the result he wants. Oh dear, that's poor. That's poor. Should have been stopped there, and there's no reason where he'll give his captain why that was not stopped. Wins Cricket Club cruising. 135. $135, 13 overs done. There's an appeal, might have been an inside edge. He was stumbled, looked like he was waiting for umpire's decision, and there was a call from the non-striker for him to run. It was halfway down and would have been a blemish losing the wicket. Trying everything he can. There's a question raised from the batter, and the umpire alluding that he's moved. Not many dot balls we've seen in this innings. The rate of dot ball is very low because one way or the other way, a team was able to extract singles or boundaries, and boundaries have been the major contributor how the power play went in the favor of the batting side. Good change, already premeditated, gets tough, very difficult for anybody to play a premeditated shot. He had already decided to go against the bowler. Again, tried for the same shot. 2 into 2 dots. This is good. This is a good victory for bowler. If they're seeing bits and pieces here, they'll have to go over by over, saying that, okay, we've only given this much in this over. On a day where everyone's expensive, Harshit still suitable. Excellent bowling, outstanding effort from Harshit. Just 2 runs off the over. Cannot go any better here where everyone's leaking runs. 137 after 3 wickets. Just 1 over of Harshit. How would the captain be able to use him? What phase will he be come into play again? It's just 1 more over that he's got, and he's the only bowler who's under 5. 3 overs bowl, 10 runs, only 3.33 is his economy. Is in the gap. The fielder. The effort there again. This is the second time where we've seen the assistance from the field side in good spirit, giving a boundary to the batting side. He tried there, was there, but could not put the ball outside the rope. Nicely played. Could not get the timing. Mukesh Kumar is doing what he can. He's been successful with that scoop. He's tried that 4 times and is able to strike it three of them. Sweep there, the hands on head says that there was a chance of a wicket. 18 balls Mukesh has played. That's there, that's poor. 6 runs. Backtracker, the bowler knew immediately when the ball was bowled that was there to be hit, and he knew the result. Not there if you'd like to pick up a wicket. No protection. And for a spinner bowling with no pace, with flatter trajectory, that's going to go out of the park. Knocked around the corner. Well, they're going to be heroes that you talk of. Then they are going to be the blue-collared people. And that is Mukesh. I say was a chance to be taken. Still going at 10 and over. Straight there, fielder there, and a catch taken. What an effort that is. A great catch to dismiss Ram Patil. He had struck that firmly, had power, but no elevation on that stroke. Held apart. This is the domino effect. One wicket leads to another one. What an outstanding effort from Harshavardhan. The push, the rebound would have put the ball on the boundary, giving goes after one goes after making 27 runs. SRA, the new batter. Somehow, the team was looking strong here. Wins Cricket Club, they'd be disheartened if they're making less than 200. This is a chance for Shakthi Engineering to get back in the game, somehow scamper, and then make them somewhere close to 180 would be a win here for the bowling team. Moral victory. We had the same situation where the wickets were lost in quick succession, but the bowling team could not hold up to it. Gives a paddle. Oh, no, that's not needed. That's not needed. Chinmay, he's picked up 3 wickets. Nicely flighted outside edge. The bowler can't do much about it. He'll have to be happy. A moral victory for the bowler, where he has to say that they're not able to connect me, not able to read me. 154. 2 wickets in this over, a successful one. Murli to continue. 16 overs done. 154. 5 wickets down. Another wicket will have some pressure on the batting side there. Looking for wickets. Shakthi Engineering. Carved away. Fresh legs, both the new batters. What would the ploy be? What would be running in the head of the batter? Would they be going for boundaries here or trying to convert ones into twos? Putting pressure on the field will be interesting to watch. That's a healthy edge. Swing and a miss. Every dot ball is going to account them. Every dot ball is going to refrain them going on to a monumental total. Very well done. Very well done by Murli. The bowling team's having a comeback here. String of dot balls. We haven't seen much in the first phase of the innings where the boundaries were coming. Starts to perish as quickly as you lose the wickets. Gets into the back of the heads of the batter that they are losing wickets and they'll have to play responsibly. Take calculative risk is what the batters would think when losing wickets. Three runs only so far. Direct hit would have been a question to the leg umpire then. Wide across. Skied high, skied high. Will this be another wicket for Chinmay? You expect at a quality tournament, such a quality team, Shakthi Engineering, you expect the players to take those type of catches. That's what's going to make a difference. Tries of catches again. This has to be taken. This is a setter and no mistakes again. Chinmay is happy. He should be. After a dropped one, Harshit takes a catch at long on. 15th over. He got his team back into the game. Bowling the 18th over. Sachin, the captain. Drills it down, gets off. Fresh legs, quick running. Excellent running. Good call from the non-striker. A good flight. Good flight from Chinmay. Thick edge, thick edge. The question would be, he would be asking himself, would the fielder have done better there? And that is the over concluded for Chinmay. He's taken 4 wickets, slightly expensive, but was able to contribute to the team. 43 runs for his 4 overs, 4 wickets. $167 for the loss of 6 wickets. Now he's back on the land, the keeper. Oh, they're still jogging. Shouldn't have been a single there. Peculiar, very peculiar. Nonetheless, what's done is done. Still at 167. They're looking very solid here, Wins Cricket Club, at the first phase of the game. He's picked the gap. Should have been stopped there. The question, it's just not Chinmay who's having a rough day with the field. Hush it too. Picked the gap. Fast hands from Sachin. There's no fielder. There will be a long chase for the man guarding long on to come. And 2 again, that boundary has given the door open for runs. Harshit was looking good. Still 200 possible on the board. Cries of catches there, cries of catches. Cleaned up. He's done the job through the gates. Exposing his stumps. Wanted to go fancy. But there's another wicket. 175 after 19 overs. Vivek with his last over. How many will he be able to stop? And how many will Sachin be able to score in the very last over? 6 balls. Gone up, will have to be taken there. Swirling and twirling, and holds on to it. Another falls, and Sachin has departed. One Vivek helps the other Vivek. Vivek Nandegam taking a catch. Tries the scoop. Ash is immediately effective. Collects 4 runs, and there's nothing much Vivek can do about that. And you have to give credit to the batter and his presence of mind. Use the space, use the length. Great work from Ashish. Keeps it outside the off stump. That's a safer line there. They still get a single. .180, still away from the 200 mark. Called it as a wide. 181. Still, I'd say that Wins would be unhappy about not scoring 200, but I think you'll have to give credit to the bowling of Chinmay, then later on Harshad bowling over. And then Vivek picking up a wicket. Goes for the slow one. Excellent change of pace here. Smart. Smart work from Vivek, who's mixing it up. The last ball. Very last, Ashish was able to get a boundary immediately, showing his presence. And that's the end of innings one, where the score goes on 183, 84 required to win. 184 required and 120 balls. It's been an innings of batting power class and then some catches, and then you'll have to laud the effort from Chinmay, picking up 4 wickets. Then came in Vivek alongside his fellow bowlers, who were able to do the job, stopping Wins Cricket Club going to the mark of 200. Will the Shakthi engineering be able to chase down 184? Welcome back to innings number second. We are up and away already because there's no stopping. Shakthi Engineering have opened their account with 7 runs on board. Vivek Nandikam. Vivek Nandikam alongside KK. Sunil Singh. Bit difficult to read his action. That sling arm that he brings on from the side, you usually feel that is going to have the overarm, more of a slingy action. Oh, beats the outside edge. Still got a slip in position for him. Would the difference be of the catching and the fielding? Beats him again, takes the fielder outside to the third man, brings the deep square leg inside. He's consistent with the line, the areas he targets, the channels he uses, very consistent. He tempts. Takes a leading edge, gets one. It's more kind of a stimulation when you see Sunil bowling, is making the batter play according to the bowling line and the length he is bowling to. Now the batter will have to make a shot out of him. Now he's attacking the stumps. Very tight and squeaky from him. "52 runs were scored in 6 overs by the Winds Cricket Club. They'll have to go hand in hand at least. The fire starters needed. Dances down, good move. At least the batter's trying. KK, that ends the over. 10 off the second over. Just 3 runs. Mukesh Kumar. It's been same. Spin introduced early on requires good control, which he's capable of. Took the sweeper outside. Was a chance there, was a chance. The batter showing his stumps. Clean there. What I can say from the batting of KK is that at least he has the intent of scoring the runs. He's trying, but tight line. Doesn't give much time for the batter to settle. Nicely flighted. Use of the wrist. Now, it's just not the change of pace for the viewers who are watching. You'd see Mukesh's trajectory, the way he's giving flight on the ball, how he was able to use different line, different length, attack the stumps, kept it on the offside. Quicker this time. A firm start, a solid start is needed in the power play. If Shakthi Engineering is looking to win this game, they need that push. Three overs and the score is 13. Good bounce. Usually a fast bowler like him will be very feisty and aggressive, but the bounce he carries, very calm, composed, just does his job. Sunil, we do see him not... A good follow through. And a good stop from him. Was hit firmly. We've seen twice today that the use of bouncer from Shakthi Engineering. And what impresses me about this bowler is that he uses that length. He knows his action. He knows his strength. Not shy to use different lengths. A swing and a miss. The fact I'd like to present you is that swing, when you've got some air, that wrist movement, that helps you, but how he must be landing with that action when he's bringing the arm from the side, how good must his seam position be for the ball to seam from the surface? Oh, he beats again. It's beat again. Keeper and the bowler saying that we'll practice a bit more for a bit of time. Remarkable stuff here from Sunil Singh. Let's take on the batting perspective here. Vivek shouldn't be disheartened because these are quality deliveries. Usually, if you poke it around, you have the risk of landing. cries of catches. And that's dropped. Might have been a wicket. This is the second time where he has hit the batter on the glove, giving a little taste of his fast bowling. Four overs done and the score is 15. Takes on. This is better. This is much better. This is a release shot from KK. Right under his eye. Played with right respect. Nobody there. He should be looking to come back for the second. Yes, he does. Shot might be a release shot there. Good head position from KK. On the very shot, he hit the six. The bowling's been quick. They haven't given much time for the battle to settle in. Usually when you see a spinner bowling, you'd say that, he's a spinner, he's not giving much time to bowl. Seemed like a flipper, jump over the head, and a boundary comes in again. After that six, they've got 2 runs and 4 more runs. That's a teaser. He's got to take that risk, and he knows that with risk, he gets reward. Speaking about not giving enough time, when you see Sunil bowling as well, he huffs and puffs but bowls quickly. Good flight, good shot. This is riveting. Take a shot. This is textbook from KK. Not many times you see a player hitting that sort of shot, taking on with elevation, timing, absolute perfection. Survives for another day. He's got 2 boundaries. Ends the over. .33, 5 overs, 33. So far, the expensive over. 18 runs. 2 sixes, 4. Might be seeing the first change, I reckon. Swapping with Sunil. Ashish to bowl in. One more over before the power play ends, and Ashish ready to rev. Shot ball takes a flying edge, and there he goes. That's above the head of the keeper. That shot from KK, which came in Mukesh Kumar's over, that was a release shot over the long on, and now they're starting to find boundaries. That's required as an aggressive batter. You need to take that risk. Takes it, he's hammered that. How about that? A flat six. Brute force from Vivek. Into the leg side, tall against a tall, stays tall as a tower, waits for it, and just rolling his wrist and flexing his muscles. Has hit that in the gap. Should be looking for comeback for a second, or will they be happy with one? A strong arm. Every over, they can target a boundary. They've called the deep square leg in. Off the back foot. A slow one. And the umpire calls it a wide. This is a good play for the batting side. They've started to throttle in. And now with the partnership of Vivek and KK, the innings is starting to reinvigorate. And the direction, he's got protection. Every over, each boundary is what they should be looking, and if there's a good over, they shouldn't be too disheartened. They shouldn't be in dismay, because they have to respect the condition, and then they'll have to convert it on the next over. Ends the over, and that single brings up 50 for Shakthi Engineering. 6 overs done, and the score is 50. Just 2 runs behind after power play. The score of Vince Cricket Club was 52. And now Shakthi Engineering on 50 runs. You'd be surprised to know that in last 2 overs, 35 runs have been. They were slow, and now suddenly 35 runs from 2 overs. Leaves it away, does not meddle around. A free run. Akshad Reddy. A nice defense, bends forward, respecting Ashi. I beg your pardon, Akshit Reddy. Off the back foot. Phenomenal from Akshit Reddy. All the balls is bowled between the stumps, attacking the batter. Good flight. This is what I've spoken in the previous over. Good bowler, good line, you'll have to respect him, no wonder what. Just take on with the singles. A good stop. Good stop in the circle. Quick on his feet, Siddharth. Was there a chance? And acute fielding. This is what the fielding does, makes a difference. Now that gets in the head of the batter saying that, okay, he's fast now, I'll have to be very watchful here if I've got to take a single against him. Same thing happened for Akshit Reddy, a very hard-working bowler in the previous game, bowling for Winds Cricket Club, was going wicketless, did the job for the team. Bowlers of type of Akshit Reddy are special because they do the job for the team because they don't take the wickets. They put the pressure on the batting side. Soft hands there and a good call from the non-striker to ask the batter to wait. They do the job for the team. The others come in and then they take the wicket. They put the right pressure on. Ends the over. Just 3 runs after 2 heavy lifting overs, which were 35 and 2 overs. Just 3 runs given by Akshit Reddy. "53 runs. They have invoked Sunil Singh. They're looking for a wicket here. Oh, shot, what a pickup shot there. Surya Kumar Yadav will be very happy with that pickup shot, seeing him play. What a shot that is. That is noticeable. He definitely can be an apprentice of Sky. Ah, that timing, that's absolutely mind-blowing. A fast bowler, no respect. Good comeback from Sunil. Was shot. This passage is important. This defines the game because now the batting has started to click. It's upon the bowling to gauge how well the batting is playing, or would they get carried away? Kept away from the batter. Bounce and carry to the keeper. I say this because when the runs are scored, this is when things start to unravel. Teams unthread themselves, even the compact of them. There's a question and the umpire says that is correct. Good work from Sunil. Keeping it away, nothing in the radar, nothing in the arc of the batter. Smart cricketer was Phil. Adjusted. When the runs start coming in, that's where good bounce. There's some sweet chin music there from Sunil. Ends the over. 8 runs off his over. 61. 8 overs done, 61. Well, comparing hand in hand both teams, Winds Cricket Club had lost their wicket, and still Shakthi Engineering going wicketless. Good communication between the wickets from the batters to take a quick run. Into the block hole. Smart change of pace, smart change of line. Ah, long levers from the tall man. He's standing like a giant swinging the axe. Takes half a dozen over long gone. Nothing too wrong. Nothing too wrong again from Akshad Reddy's line. It's just the power from the tall man standing. That's a half tracker whipped across. Smartly played for a single. Now when you see, if you call consistency, then Akshad's bowling can be the ideal for it. Right straight to the bowler. Now, why I say this is ideal, because he's been hit for a 6. Now he's bowling with the same line, same effort, because he knew that it wasn't a bad ball at all. Now, when you know your strengths, when you're backing yourself up, this is what happens then. They'll knock you around. Takes the leading edge. No answer for that one. Luck resides with KK this time. A 6 and a 4. A streaky boundary. Runs off the over. Nine overs done, 73. We'll see a bowling change. It's going to be SRA. Still 10 required, 10 and over required. What Winds Cricket Club has done is set a gigantic total. It's not going to be easy. Good surface. The ball's coming good on the bat. It's really impressive the amount of work One Champion management puts in creating a quality track like this. Was ready for a reverse sweep. He finds the gap. He finds the gap, not the exact meat of the bat, sweet spot, but they'll take it. They're trying everything here. this gives them the extra cushion. Now remember, they haven't lost even a single wicket here. This is the 10th over what SRA is bowling. They have the advantage keeping the wickets in hand. This is going to be a humdinger of a game between Winds Cricket Club and Shakthi Engineering. It's close, that's Plum. There's the first blood. The change works out for SRE. And the danger is looking to break departs. Has done his job, but he goes. Would have wanted to stay on the track there. Played across the line. Couple of shots worked for him when the ball was straight, but not this time, quicker. Departs from after making 36, 2 fours and 3 sixes. Will the team be able to continue what Vivek was doing, or this is a breakthrough that Winds Cricket Club was seeing? We'll be back after the drinks break. This man had an eventful bowling spell, Chinmay. The right-handed batter walks to the crease, opens his account straight away without any delays. Takes off, soft hands. Is there an opportunity for the second one? Akshay had to come from the boundary lines and still reflect upon, was this a second one? Was right under his bat. Now, with the new batter in, the dynamics of the game completely change. This is because a new man would try to settle in. This is an opportunity for a bowler. Half wall he could have used anywhere. Only 6 runs with a wicket. A successful one for the bowling team. The sides changed. 79 after 10 overs. 79. 10 overs done with a wicket. The weather started to get hot. It was humid already, but we're approaching the afternoon, the noon part. It's going to get very difficult, rigid and cumbersome for the teams. 79, 79. Change of sides. Would this be change of luck for any of the team? Would Winds Cricket Club be picking more wickets, or Shakthi Engineering be able to score boundaries more briskly? Tries for the reverse. So far played with the straight bat, conventional shots, what's worked for him, but he wants to try for the innovation. That's much better. Knocked it. Looking in the first run quickly. Excellent running. Out. Oh, what a shot that is. Superb. Top edge. Cries of catches. Lucky there. Now, I wouldn't sabotage it by saying luck as that. I would say that fate also loves the fearless. He started the ongoing, so I think he deserves that benefit. Cleaned up, there's at last laugh. He's pumped. Not usually you see. Akshat Reddy means a lot to him. Great bowling, flatter trajectory, quicker, and it zaps into the stump. That's another wicket down for Shakthi. Eighty-eight. 88 after 11 overs. 101 was after 10 overs where Winds Cricket Club is at. Almost like 21 runs, close to 15 runs behind. The difference is going to be those last overs where the wickets started to tumble for Winds Cricket Club, where they were looking strong. They thought of 200. 96 required in 54. And with that single, he brings up his half century, make it 2 runs. A remarkable effort from KK, and he knows that the job's not done. Has played his part, he started the inning. Five fours, 2 sixes, 51 runs in 39 balls. That was hit hard. Good effort in the end from Siddharth on the circle. Changes made in the field by SRA. Tries of catches. The ball spun. The fielder's done a good job in the end. They need this. The target, the required, isn't too far away if they're able to convert these type of 1s to 2s and finding one odd boundary in an over. Soft hands, good single there. Good single there. Up close there. Should be coming back for the second one. Good sense of mind there. And is he out? The umpire says he's in. Good effort there. The batter did not think twice to come back for the second. Good support from Harshit. Umpire Deepak quick on his feet. Hawkeye, nothing misses. That's drilled straight. He's hit that with force, and he's got that boundary that he was looking in and over. "11 runs already with a ball to spare." That's Cowers. He's taken on, not too far, and the ball trickles into the boundary there. He's picked the second boundary off the last ball. And now they're starting to run with the run rate here, the batting side. 15 runs off the over. 81 runs required in 48 balls. 81 runs in 48. You'd see that I'll compliment the batting side because they've sent the left-handed batter. Pulled away. The boundary raider comes into action there. This phase is of a make and break for both of the teams here. The game is still not decided. Wide open for anybody to clinch on that trophy. Because mentally, you'd say that the fielding team has an advantage because the batting team are in deficit. But now, look at the batting, how they are batting. They're able to bat. So this is a hard game that they'll want to strive for. All the protection on the offside. Nudges away and completes the one. Now anybody just seeing about cricket saying that it's just bat and a ball, how is it a big deal even to play cricket? I say about this picture on your screen over the right left that shows you. Good ball from Ashish there, back of the length. The batter was somewhat uncomfortable. Look at the time the batter would get while the field moves across. Gives him some time to cool down. And exactly the same trick what Wins Cricket Club played, sending Mukesh Kumar as a left-hander. Again, the value of left-hand is proven. Wanted to go across. And I wonder why, when the straight bats worked for you, especially when you see in international cricket as well. I've not usually seen Nicholas Pooran play that because he's been in the purple patch. That's a dot. Every dot ball gives pressure. Talking about Nicholas Pooran, he was an apprentice of Kyron Pollard. T20 cricket revolutionized by the legend. Let's put that in the gap. And when you look at those type of legends, they try to take the game deep, and the discussion will continue off the over. (107), 77. 77 runs required in 42 balls. Just 4 runs off the over. A good comeback from Ashish. After that first over, he was expensive. Akshat Reddy. Into his final over. 3 overs, 24 runs with a wicket. A hard-earned wicket for Akshat Reddy. Tucked away. There's nobody. Will be looking to come back. They're happy with one. There have been questions that I wonder at times that might have been 1-2, but again, it's their call, their decision, and they are well aware of the strategy. So we got to lay back and enjoy the game. Given as a wide, every extra run will be cherished by the batting side there. We'll give just not an extra ball, but also a run. Has he got it? Has he got it? Yes, he has. He's got the distance. Out of the mark. He's latched on to that one. Was a half tracker quicker, and the batter did not spend much time to read it. He was quick as a lion to pounce on the meat. Takes the outside edge without getting underneath it. Chases away. That's a boundary. After that frugal over, they've got 10 already. Back at the bowler. Goes for a sweep, and there's a fumble there. This is what Shakthi Engineering is looking for. He's out way there, and yes, 3. What a running there. Presence of mind, excellent cricket there. And the bowling team, Men's Cricket, look absolutely docile here. 16 runs off the over. 123 after 14 overs, 123. 61 required in 36. 61 runs in 36 balls. Batting on 55 kk of 43. Ashish comes into attack, looking for a breakthrough here. That's past the batter through his bat. 5 fours, 2 sixes for KK. Harshit batting on 25 of 14. "61 of 35. Comes down, he's hit that firmly. How firm is it? Not firm enough. The keeper gets in time. Good throw by Mukesh. That's down. Down for 1. Called it as wide. Cuts that, finds the gap exactly. Impeccable timing there. There's nobody there. Should be coming back for the second one. And yes, they do. It's going to be a long chase for the fielder to cut. Does a good job, a little fumble there, but does not meet the boundary. Now the game is starting to get fast. 11 runs off the over. 50 runs required in 30 balls. 50 runs required in 30 balls. And the cushion still available for Shakthi Engineering is that they still have wickets in hand. They bring out another spinner out. It's Ram Patil. Desperately need a wicket. With the experienced veteran. Reverse sweep, and there he's hit that firmly. And that's where the bowler is asking him. The fielder says that the bounce there, 4 runs, was risky, but worth the need. The partnerships made 50 between KK and Harshit. This partnership's just growing. Beats him in air. Gives more flight on the ball, gives more revs. Comes down, there's an effort. Soft hands will be looking to come back. No, good call from the non-striker. A fumble there. Now, this is becoming an ordinary fielding effort. What wins cricket was looking in a solid state. Now they are in perilous state. Takes the outside edge. Forty-three runs required in 26. 10 and over. Still required for Shakthi Engineering to win. There's that play and the miss. Now, this is where Ram Patil will be needed by the team with his experience, because now they'll want to stop those 1-2s and boundaries here. Flighted, long, high enough, and gone to the other ground. Straight onto the side screen. Thirteen of the experience, Ram Patil over. The young gun says that I don't mind the experience, I'll take it. I'll play against him, I'll use it to my advantage. .37 needed in 24. Malishnani comes into the attack. Now, I'll tell you who's the happy man in the dugout, smiling at the 16th over. That's Chinmay. That's because he plugged. Cuts and straight to the sweeper. I say that he's happy looking at the captain grinning, because 16th over was a turnaround, absolute turnaround. We'll be happy with one. And this is going the distance. This is going the distance. Just off his hips. And the timing is immaculate here. The game of timing on the ball had pace. 6 runs. That's end of 17th over. Harshit batting off 49, required 26. 26 needed in 18 balls. You'll have to laud the effort of Harshit. Within just a matter of time has gone on 49 of 23. Yesterday, he contributed. He'll have to say unlucky there for the bowler. Very unlucky. Any other day, this would have been wicket. Uses his feet, nimble feet, quick hands, and there he goes over the head of the bowler. Single-handedly here. KK, taken the charge, is still there at the crease. And skipped by the keeper there. He'll have to feel sorry for the bowler.